Okay.
Good morning, fellow participants. It is really my pleasure to come and share with you my 30 years of leading a non-profit-like organizations such as Rotary International, Toastmasters International, and of course, my beloved Junior Chamber International, where I learned most about leadership. You may ask me, what is the difference between non-profit organizations and corporations or government agencies? Well, there is a lot of difference. For example, when I was in the 1980 World Congress in Osaka, the chairman of Toyota himself stood up in the platform of 6,000 people. You know what he said? He said, I am the chairman of Toyota, but I do not feel great because my employees work for money. But in a non-profit organization, they are not motivated by money. And if I, as a leader, can motivate them, then I am a real leader. And this is what he has said. And after 30 years, I share his thoughts. So that is the main difference. People join non-profit organizations for different reasons, which I'm not going into detail this morning. But I want to share with you my own experience of leading such organization. To name a few, they are Junior Chamber International, Rotary International, and of course, Toastmasters International. In my 30 years of leading such organization, I have learned a lot from what is and what can and what cannot. So today, I'm very happy to share with you what worked for me, what it didn't work for me, the lessons I learned, and of course, at the end of my session, I would like you to share your experiences, and together we can find a path that suits you rather than me. So, with that opening, I would like to go into my 3 main points today. The first is what I learned from theories of leadership. What worked, what it didn't work. The second point I would like to emphasize is what are the lessons I have learned. I share with you. And of course, what I think personally is the most important about leadership, because everybody has their definition of leadership and what worked for them and what didn't work for them. So I would like to start now with the first point. To me, leadership is not what the books have said, all the nice things. You must have qualities, integrity, honesty, character, and so on. Well, what is the point if I have all these qualities, but I do not know how to self-manage myself first, and do not know how to work with other people? I do not understand what other people needs and motivation. I only know what I know about myself. How can I lead others? The most important thing is we have to understand our followers. They are people. They are not robots. They are not machines. They have different feelings, values, cultural background, and most important of all, their mindsets and perception about being led is different from yours and mine. They have different motives. They have different motivation. Can you imagine I'm now leading a team of 10 or more people, and 10 or more people come with different background and different expectations and mindsets? If I don't understand the background, if I don't try to understand and listen and observe and watch, how am I going to lead them? So now I want to share with you my own experiences, what worked and what did not work. Well, in the theories I learned, that when I apply situation leadership, oh, I thought it's so simple. Once you have drawn a chart, willing and unwilling, maturity and not mature, oh, I thought this is a leadership trait. The question now is, it looks very simple on theory, but how am I going to apply it in practice? Oh, Winston is in maturity, and David is now not mature, and Lillian is willing but not ready. How am I going to classify them? You know, and based on what? You know, is it theory is so simple? oh, you just classify people in, or you pigeonhole people according to A, B, C, D. It's so easy. But in real life, people don't fall into that category like pigeonhole. Sometimes they may be a little bit of A, a little bit of B, a little bit of C. And sometimes they could be a little bit of C or the D and that. It is not straightforward as the theory applies. So ladies and gentlemen, that is what I felt, the difference between theory and practical. There is nothing like really leading a true and a live organization like Toastmasters, Rotary and Junior Chamber. Inside this club level, or district level, or area level, or division level, you are leading real people. And from leading these real people, you find out that you really must have your own leadership. You must have self-leadership first. You must set good example. You must have integrity. You must have your goals and your dreams and your passion well laid out and communicate well and clearly to your participants and your followers. Then you motivate them with your passion. And once they can feel that you're passionate about your dreams or goals, they will catch up just like a flu influenza. It is contagious. If you as a leader cannot be bothered, in the Malaysian we call it the abab, means we can't be bothered. We thought I am the leader, I sit there, I'm number one, I just communicate down to you, I just send an email to you, I just send an SMS to you, I consider it done. But you know and I know that it is not true. An email could be sent, the email could have been read, could not be read, could have been read but not taken action. You know that it happened all over the corporation, like in Shell where I was working and where I was doing training. So many emails went unheard and disappeared. So is communication so easy as we think it is? No. Communication is more than sending out a message. Along the way, you and me know there are so many filters. So I will leave it to you and think about how easy and not easy in terms of practical leading an organization. And finally, I want to conclude with my own lessons learned. My biggest lesson learned is you are leading people. You're not leading commodities, you're not leading robots, you're leading people. And people has feeling and people have differences. So if you want to succeed as a leader, ladies and gentlemen, my lessons is very simple. Know your followers. Understand them, work with them, not commanding them. And most important, cultivate what the Chinese believe, 关系 means relationship. Nothing is more important than cultivating relationship with your follower. Only then they trust you, they believe you, and they will work for you, and together as a team, you can produce whatever results that you need. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I have shared with you in this short moment of time some of my own experiences, and I hope you too will share your experience with the fellow participants. Thank you very much.